Hey guys, and welcome back to the DropSquad podcast. I'm Empty Chest, and I'm here with Seraphim,
What's up, guys?
Lewis Knight,
Hey yo.
and Purple Unicorn.
Hello.
So we're recording this on Thursday because we had a state of play, and what a good excuse to do a podcast about. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we liked, what we didn't like, what stood out. I guess we'll just start with I'm gonna pick Purple Unicorn this time.
No, I'm just kidding.
What stood out for
State of play
for you? State of
Okay,
play.
so I didn't really know anything about Control before I watched it, but they showed a really neat expansion called Awe. So I did a little research because at first I thought that was like just a game, not an expansion. And then when I realized that there already is a game out, I definitely want to give that a look since I guess I've missed it the first time. So that one definitely stood out for me. I think the other one that I liked was TemTem, which looked all Pokemon-y, Pokemon ripoff maybe.
Yeah, that's the one that stood out most for me
Yeah.
too. I like that. But I didn't realize, I just was reading here, it's coming to the PlayStation 5. I thought this was going to be a PlayStation 4
Oh,
game.
yeah. So we might be waiting a little while for that one. Actually, it's not that far off,
Yeah.
though, if you think about it, really. I also thought the Pathless looked pretty neat. The graphics were definitely simplistic, but I sort of liked the style of it. The lines and stuff were pretty nifty. I just don't know how I would feel about carrying a bow around and just shooting at the same thing over and over, but it could be cool. And then the other one that I thought was interesting was Godfall. So that looked kind of like a mixture between all the RPG and hack and slash games I've ever played. And in the state of play, they went over some of the different play styles, so I was already picking out the ones I wanted to do. And it looked beautiful, and so I'm definitely interested in that one. I think those were the ones that...
So that's the one that...
Yeah?
That game looked good, but I don't know. It just doesn't look...
But what if you could play like multiplayer, or I don't know.
Well, I think you
Yeah.
can. I thought you said you could play up to 3
Yeah, so
players.
you know, like Diablo, I still have and still play sometimes, even though that game has been out forever, because doing something that is kind of familiar but just different enough, and then you have like a group effort going, like I just love that kind of stuff. So I definitely am going to be keeping an eye on it. I think those were the ones that I was most interested in.
Okay. Lewis, what stood out for you?
I guess Hitman Trilogy to be playable in PSVR. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this and to see what it's gonna look like. To be honest, the trailer was very vague. It just looked more like a cutscene, if anything, kind of him just walking through a building, and it was immediately recognizable with the barcode on the back of his head. But I didn't actually, since I was so focused on the trailer, I didn't even see the words at the bottom until Kendra had said it's PlayStation VR. I'm like, oh shit. So that's cool. And they said, I think it's the whole game and something trilogy and another trilogy. I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly what's going to be in VR, but apparently it's going to be a lot. But I think it's going to be cool to have like an actual AAA stealth VR game.
I just wonder how the movement's
I
gonna
said
be.
that.
That'll be my big question.
Yeah, I had said that earlier today when I was discussing this with Kendra, that the only thing is they have to get the movement right. I imagine that we're going to be using like a pistol and silencers and stuff like that. But as long as like they can hopefully, if there's movement at all, I'm guessing there is, you doing full missions, so that you would.
Did any of you guys play the old Hitman
I
game?
might have played like a DLC version of one of like a side
PlayStation
story.
3.
It was like a side story or something.
Oh.
But like, yeah,
Because they gave out the whole game for free, like on the PS Plus. So I played a bunch of it. It's actually a good game.
yeah,
but-
I didn't. I saw like stuff a long time ago for it. It looked cool, but I never really got into it. And Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. Like I said, have an actual AAA stealth VR game, and so like, cause we don't. There's games that came out, Espire, I guess it's called Espire 1, something like that, and it turned out to be like, not really good. So there isn't that many games that we can play like that are in VR anyway that are good. So it's a big step up, a huge step up for PSVR right there. Is getting Hitman. It is another port, but we take what we can get half the time. And then you have Vader Immortal, which again looks cool. I heard some people talk about the guy whoever was in the trailer playing the game kind of looked lackluster with his lightsaber, but either way, there's gonna be like duels, and there's like people coming at you, you're blocking or throwing your lightsaber. There's not much to it. You're just standing in one area, and I think that we're getting all the episodes in one shot because when this was on PC, it was released in episodes. And they had, people had to wait to play the next episode. I think we're getting like the full game and maybe a little extra and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can't wait to play. To actually have an actual Star Wars lightsaber as opposed to any like other sabers they tried to give us in VR. I'm intrigued because it's Star Wars. I'm definitely gonna get.
Wouldn't it be sad if the swordplay isn't as good as Beat Saber?
It's like
Beat Saber's swords are better.
That would be funny. Yeah, that would be
shit.
funny. But so far the best sword game you want to talk about, the best sword game in VR that I've played so far was Golem. And that one dealt a lot with a lot of blocking and defense, and then attacking when they're open. And I'm hoping that it translates the same way. Hopefully, I don't know how well they're gonna do it, but hopefully you can have some fun with the duels and stuff, and instead of just like some patterns you gotta remember or something. That would kind of suck.
Yeah,
but yeah,
sure.
those are
So
the two
was there
games.
anything that stood out for you?
Yeah, Control I think looks pretty good. I'm not sure if is that like a reboot, Empty? I'm not sure.
Control?
Is it like
I think that's just DLC, so it's just added to the story. I think it brings you somewhere
Yeah.
else. Did you
I
play
like the original.
or do you know
I had
anything
played
else?
a little bit of it. Yeah, it looked pretty good. It was
I heard
an
a lot
old
about
game,
it, but I
though.
never
I'm
played
pretty
it.
sure that came out with the PS3.
No, it was PS4.
Really?
It's actually not that old, to be honest.
That feels old.
I think it came out last year or the year
Yeah.
before.
Oh, and that other one looks good. Let me get the name. The Pathless looks good. I like the whole idea of that a little bit. And TemTem, I just watched the trailer for that, and I think that if that's anything like the world of Pokemon, I'm down to play that. I think that'd be sick. And I'm having fun with
Control came out
Control.
August 27th, 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vader Immortal is August 25th, so we're getting that very soon too.
Oh no,
And
he meant Control came out
Crash.
last year.
Yeah.
And
Crash.
Shh. Let's hear him finish.
I'm sorry,
I was
go
just gonna say Crash Bandicoot. So, looking forward to that.
But it says here the second expansion for Control All will be released on August 27th.
Yeah, did you guys play Crash Bandicoot back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, dude, okay, I have a memory of going out and renting a PlayStation, like the original
wow.
PlayStation for my birthday with me and my brother, and we didn't get a memory card, and we stayed up and tried to beat that whole game, and like we did not turn off the PlayStation for like 3 days.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's great, dude. Good. That's funny.
That was my Crash Bandicoot memory. Like I'll never. Oh, and I remember throwing that penguin off jumping on the penguin until you get all those lives.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an ice level. You just bounce on.
Yeah, I
it.
remember those days.
I'll never forget. That
I
stuff.
played them a bunch when I was a kid. I just remember like raging a lot, to be honest. Those games were really hard.
But yeah, a lot of the games are just mobile apps by the looks of it. Like I was saying before, it just looks like mobile apps and Rec Room style kind of stuff. But the ones we've mentioned, I think, are the best looking.
Definitely.
Yeah, even the one that Kendra mentioned, the one that looked like
Godfall?
the slasher looter, the looter slasher.
Godfall.
Godfall. They mentioned that just keep in mind that was like an early build, and they're not like nowhere near done with the game. It's going
I'm
to
sure
look
it'll have more
sick.
polish.
And
I feel like it's going to be
look
very
sick.
God of War-esque.
Yeah.
Like it's going to have that really nice polish on the end of it, and it sounded like they had some really unique things to
And that's
offer.
PS4,
But
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, PS5.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Dang.
PS5. It was the first
yeah,
game that
that's
they
right.
announced that was gonna be
Yeah.
on PS5.
What did you guys think of? I don't know if you saw it, but the pedestrian. That little. It looked almost like this little stick figure on a sign was doing some sort of puzzle
I don't-
platformy and going from like sign to sign, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
kind of.
If that's a
That
30,
was cool.
I'll play it if it's a $30 game.
It
I'll
hurt.
play it if
It
it's
I
hurt
wouldn't
my
expect
brain.
it to be that expensive, really.
It
Yeah.
looks
mean,
like a. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if they're gonna raise the price of all
True.
games to $70,
True. Yeah.
all
I definitely
games are
wouldn't
gonna
pay
be-
more than that because it looked really simplistic, which a lot of these did. Honestly, I agree with Seraphim. A lot of them were very mobile gamey graphics or the rec room or something. I expected more, but I mean, I also have a really, you know, we on PS4 we have things like Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, things where you can see the pores in people's faces, and pretty
Yeah.
much everything in the state of play was like cartoony and very, I don't know,
Nostalgia.
2D feeling. Like it was just very kind of boring, kind of low effort.
Last game.
Yeah,
Not
everything
a lot
looked.
of
Everything looked
going.
like. Yeah, it looked like it all came
Coronavirus.
from this old school
exactly.
nostalgic stuff of like 2D
Yeah.
gaming, and even the puzzle game just hurt my brain watching it. Like I just couldn't.
Oh, that
I
looked
do
terrible.
like puzzle
it was,
games,
like,
but
messy.
yeah,
It was like shit everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the screen. I couldn't see what the fuck was going on. I'm like, is this
Yeah.
a chess game or a fucking shooting
one
game?
of the
I don't
games
know.
that I saw in there that we didn't talk about was Hood, which kind of reminded me of like a
Assassin's
Robin Hood
Creed.
Assassin's Creed, but that one I feel like could have some interesting. It's a third person 4v4 multiplayer heist game, so it has potential. I think the way that they showed the trailer, it looked very much single player. I mean, they showed
It
other
did.
characters, but they didn't make it look like you could play them too. But I think that if you have the chance to have 4 people on a team and do something all stealthily, you know, stealing,
DropSquad.
like missioning, you know what I mean? Like that could be fun. It could be. So
I'm intrigued
I
now.
think
I'm
that one might
intrigued.
be worth keeping an eye out for. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't either until I did some more digging because they definitely didn't make it clear in the video that I saw.
Definitely intrigued now.
I feel like this event was hyped a lot more than it should have been for like what they showed. Like the build up was too much. I feel like this event would have done better if
So
they just
nobody's
stopped
excited
it.
about auto chess. I'm just
Come
kidding.
on. Well, okay, so I will agree with you. I think that it
Okay.
was a little overhyped for what was there. I really was hoping that we would hear something about that Alvo game or Rust or something
Yeah.
that we've been waiting for and really
Yeah.
haven't heard much of.
price?
Yeah, or
Yes.
a release or something.
If they would have given us
The pre-orders.
if they gave us like nothing, just let us know the price of the system.
Yeah,
I would
they're
have been
not gonna
happy.
do
But
that.
the whole build up, I'm like, what is going on? Like we're getting so close. We're getting
They're
way
gonna
too
wait.
close.
They're gonna
And
make us thirst for it.
one complaint I've got for all of the events. This is PlayStation and this is Xbox events. Stop showing remakes for
Yeah.
games. They just fucking fill space. Oh, we just re-cleaned up this game and made it look way better.
Yeah.
Oof, it serves no purpose on selling a new system. I know people would like that, but that's a very
But
niche.
then
Yeah,
we end
like
up
that
with games
free
like
one.
Bug Snacks. Like, there's no... We got nothing left. We have fruit running around and shit now. We have to do remakes, man. We're running out of ideas.
I guess it's just like movies nowadays. You just
Everything's
gotta,
getting
like,
rebooted.
keep redoing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
It's
I want a good
definitely
Matrix
is
game
sad.
in VR. Like,
Fuck yeah.
Where's that at?
Yeah, dude.
It's the one thing
That
that,
would be
no
so
one has
good.
made, and it's the one thing that should be made.
That's because they made a Matrix game and they fucking
Oh,
botched
yeah.
it
No.
completely.
Which
Path of
one?
Neo was good.
Enter the
though.
Matrix?
There was one for place. It was like for
Yeah,
PlayStation 2,
Enter
I
the
think. It
Enter
wasn't
the
high, it
Matrix. I
wasn't
had
high.
so much fun with that game. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, I like that
think-
one.
I
think
loved
VR
Enter the
would be a
Matrix.
great way
I
to
didn't
do
like
that.
the Path of Neo. There was another game after that called the Path
I
of
love
Neo.
that one. That's
I
my
didn't like
favorite.
I liked Enter the Matrix, man. I loved the dodging and the blocking. It was cool at the time.
You
I
can
was a
get a
kid. I was a
katana
kid.
in the Path of Neo. You can get the swords and fight a Chinese man.
Yeah, it's like the fighting better though, and
It was more like the movie.
Enter the Matrix, yeah. And it was like the Enter the Matrix was a story in between the two movies and shit, which I thought was cool too.
Yeah.
And they showed
Had
Roy
those-
Jones Jr. fighting more because they actually had like scenes cut into the fucking like actual scenes like cut into the game, and it was like Roy Jones Jr. He was one of my favorite boxers at the time. Was Roy Jones, man? He was such a good.
How many months do we have left before the system's out?
Maybe 3.
3. Because they said November. Like if they put it out, in
They're gonna
December,
announce the price in October just to fish us, man. They're fucking fishing us in.
dude, that's fucked. I've got a little money already pre-ordered so I can call in, but I want to just make sure I secure it. The closer it gets to Christmas, the harder it is to secure.
I know. You have to be like day one. I'm gonna like drive to the GameStop
So
and hope
scary.
nobody's there.
Dude, I waited in line for my pre-order for the VR when that came out, and there was like 50 people in line. I was
Were they all getting VR? Oh,
yeah, they were
shit.
all waiting to pre-order VR, not
Wow.
pick it up.
What was your
Just
question, Kendra?
pre-order it.
I was just curious. I mean, with COVID and everything that's happening, we're finding shortages in tin cans and money and all the basics that we need.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they're going to have a wait? You remember how everyone was like flipping out over the fact that no one could find like a Nintendo Switch for months and months? Do you think that we're going to suffer from something like that for the PS5?
Yeah.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, I think so.
100%. It was like that for the PlayStation
Yeah.
4.
Because even
I know a guy back home that bought, I think he bought like 5 at every single store he could, and then he flogged them all for like double the price.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're
Are you
fucking
able
asshole,
to
you're a piece
pre-order
of
the
shit.
PS5 now though, since they haven't set a price and stuff?
No,
okay,
but they
so
did-
so what is
No,
so what
not
are we
until
going
they
to
have a
do?
price.
Like, what's your plan?
Okay, so what I did is I went and pre-ordered, I think it was, I put $180 on Cyberpunk limited edition, and all I have to do is call and say move my pre-order over to the PlayStation
Like the day,
it
okay.
drops.
So you don't have to like go there or
Yeah,
anything.
so I don't have to
Well,
go
that'll be a
online or
nice thing
anything.
to do.
I talked to the guys about that. I'm like, how am I gonna do this where I can start throwing money on it without, you know?
My
I hate just
concern
dropping
is,
like the whole lump
like
sum.
a lot of these stores you can't even get into or have such limited hours, and then there's such limited supplies. Like, is Amazon like a viable option for people who can't get to the actual gaming stores, or like Walmart or Target, things like that?
It is, but I hear people are like making bots to buy up.
Wow.
Like there's a computer program that right now people have that will keep checking, like keep refreshing Nintendo's site and buying a Switch all the time, just so they can buy them
Wow.
all and then
resell them.
sell them
Yeah.
online. Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
We came across ours by accident the other day, like a few months ago. Like they had just put it on the shelf, and we were walking by, and we're like, yoink!
Nice.
We
Yeah.
lucked out.
Yeah. When I went to Best Buy, they only had like 4 controllers left. I think, or 3 or 4 left. No
Yeah.
other GameStop had controllers. I got lucky just to find a controller. Even the guy said when I bought it, he was like, "You're lucky to find that. There's like no controllers anywhere." I'm like,
Are you?
That's crazy. Out here in Canada, I'm not having any issue. Like we're in like a pretty big city.
What about you,
too.
Seraphim?
Like everything's in stock.
Well, I have tried to pre-order, and obviously I can't either. But they're gonna send an email the moment I can pre-order, and all I have to do is go down there and
In
put
terms of
money on
like
there. But
supplies and gaming and stuff like that, are you guys
that's hard.
facing
I'm
shortages?
freaking
over
out a
there?
little bit. Well, in similar to what you said, like we you know, like we have things missing from the shelves too. Like, you know, I was thinking yesterday, like, what? Oh shit! Like, I might not get one. Like, we might not
Yeah.
be able to even go to the store because I mean, we were on lockdown not long ago. We've only just been allowed back out, so before you know it, we might actually put back in because Sydney and me and I'm near Sydney and we're okay at the moment, but Victoria, not too far from us, is kind of it's messed up right now. Like, it's completely locked down. So if we end up getting more cases, then we probably won't we'll be on lockdown too, and it'd be very difficult to secure anything, even food. So I have no idea. I don't know. Electronics might be different. I don't know. Space worrisome.
So what are you guys aiming for during the pre-order? Are you guys gonna get digital, or are you guys gonna get the one with the disc? I'm gonna get the disc version if I can, anyways.
Me digital, because I don't have any hard copy games anymore since last gen. So I guess I might as well save some money.
I've been slowly buying more digital, but I've got such a big collection of games.
I'm going digital myself.
So hard to give up.
I definitely have some games for PS4, and I'll have my PS4 still, so I can totally go back and play on them if I want to. But I will plan on getting mostly digital copies. Especially, I feel like what COVID has done for everyone around me is made everyone realize how easy it is to do online shopping or go directly to the like PlayStation store or something. Like, I don't necessarily have to go to GameStop to do all the things. So if I can just grab it and download it in my living room at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm feeling, you know, like I need retail therapy or something, rather than having to deal with all the other BS, I feel like that's just the better option for me. What about you, Lewis?
I didn't hear the question because I lost
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was. So the question was, are you going to get the digital version of the PlayStation 5, or are you going to go disc?
And I thought long and hard about this one, but I think I want to go digital. Most of the games that I own for PS4 at this point are like digital. I have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 games on disc, and I don't play them that much. So I think at this point, since I'm trying to move forward with these games, like, you know, play some new stuff, yeah, I might go digital, just because there's not going to be too many games I'm going to go backwards compatible with. As long as I can download it on the PS4 and it's backwards compatible that way, I'm fine.
So if we want to play
my
Farpoint again,
only-
we're gonna have to download that digitally, basically.
Yeah, and
Remember
if I can,
Farpoint?
and if I can do
That's the
that
one
and it's
getting
backwards
on my-
compatible,
Yeah.
then I'm fine.
Final Fantasy
See,
7.
my only fear, my only fear about going fully digital is like using Nintendo as an example. Like, for example, like everything on your Wii that you bought digital just vanished. You can't go back and get it. You can't move your account forward to your Wii U, and then you can't move it to the Switch.
Oh, no.
So all these people bought all these retro games, and if you didn't have them on your hard drive when they shut down the system, they're gone. And like my fear is, say you get your PlayStation 5, and I collect games too, right? So like I love having my old stuff that I can go back to, memories, whatever. But what if it's all digital? You're pretty much just buying a license, and they can revoke that at any time. Like, for example, you've spent thousands of dollars on games, and then suddenly your account gets hacked, or your account goes missing, or something happens. You literally lose your whole library. That's my only fear.
Well, yeah, and what happens if your like game gets like not quite as severe, but whenever your hardware or something gets messed up and you have to like download everything all over, you know, go piece by piece and that kind of thing. I had to deal with that forever. That's why I stopped using Xbox. Actually, was whenever you remember what was it, like the Ring of Death or whatever, and like my
Yeah,
stuff
I
would
got
just
that.
keep dying or going corrupt or whatever, and I would lose every bit of progress and every game every time and have to start over every time. I went through like 5 of those suckers. That's when I switched to PlayStation. But I think it's definitely some inconvenience issues. I wonder though if you have like receipts and stuff, if you can get anyone on customer service, if there's ways to get around some of that, but I
What
don't
if we
know.
stored everything on
See,
our
I'm
hard
not-
drives? Like, just filled up our hard drives full of every game that you own.
Yeah, well, I was doing that with my upgraded hard drive on my other PlayStation, and it fried both of them
Oh, shit.
before I upgraded, because I upgraded to like 3 terabytes or whatever, and I was just filling it. I literally was just filling it full of VR games. I downloaded everything and just stuck it in there, and then something happened with it and fried everything. So it's not like electronics. Oh shit, my game's updating apparently. But
Oh, I see that. Okay.
but yeah, like my fear is like when it's digital, you can lose everything.
Yeah.
Like, I just wish there was a way to like, it would be cool but also sketchy if you could like link say your phone or like some sort of your identification to your account, so at any time down the road 10 years when we're moving from PlayStation 5 to 6, I still have access to my PlayStation 4 stuff that I own, like by code. I can see that that's like, remember how like Xbox didn't want you to sell used games? Like they didn't want you to trade games, like that was locked to your account. I feel like deep down that was their aim, to move fully digital, so you could have a hard copy but it was locked to your system, and then even if you move forward onto next generations, you couldn't just like, oh, I own this game but I gave it to this person, right? Like it's I don't know.
Hey, Fall Guys has got the matchmaking is currently down for maintenance while they add more capacity. Remember earlier I said there's just so many people playing this game, they should get more servers or something. It looks like they have. That's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I never had a problem at the mean, except these days everything that I own now is pretty much digital, and if I lose this PS4, I could just get another one and download everything all over again because everything's in the fucking cloud, or it remembers where my library is once I sign in. So I don't see the fear of having digital only.
Well, I can understand based on like what he was saying about the Nintendo and stuff like that. That would be super frustrating.
Yeah.
But I don't think
PlayStation
they'll
has
be.
done it well.
It's alright.
Yeah. Well,
So
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out whenever we lose
They
access
just,
to all
they
our
just make
shit.
it.
You just have to
They just
see.
make it so easy for me. Like if this PS4, blows up, I go get another one and download all my stuff again. It's like,
Yeah, but it goes like this too, though. What happens to your PlayStation 3 digital games that you have? You can't bring them forward.
yeah, but they had already said that there was going to be no backwards compatibility with our 4s. But then that's why they created the PlayStation Now thing, so you can subscribe to like older games and play PS3 games on PS4. They might do that again, but I don't know. Other than that, I don't see myself going backwards too much.
That's kind of my fear, though, is if like, hey, we have this service that you can pay for the games that you already have again, because we're not letting you.
That's what they did with this one. Yeah.
That's what happened with Nintendo. Like Nintendo right now, like they've got their Super Nintendo and like the little emulator they got with it. Before you could just download those games and buy them for like $1 or $2, and then people built these big libraries, and then they're like, oh great, I'll just bring them over to the Switch, it'll be a great place to play, and then they find out that you have to have a monthly subscription, and it doesn't have everything that it had before, and it's slowly feeding it, and it's like slowly.
Don't get me wrong, like I
feeding
wish this had backwards compatibility, but like if I could just pop in Uncharted 2 and play that for a long time,
That was my
I would be
favorite
very happy.
one.
But I'm talking about the multiplayer, and it's like,
Oh. Well, they shut
well,
that
and
down.
it's
though.
the story.
The
Yeah,
Elder
no, but
Scrolls
if I
is
could,
out now. We got Elder
A boy
Scrolls
can
it.
dream.
for free, limited time. Elder Scrolls on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, cool.
Crazy.
Which
I'm gonna
one?
get it. The Elder Scrolls Online. It just says that, yeah, descent into the dark.
Are they doing what Destiny did, and they're making the base game free, and then you just have to buy all the expansions?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are we playing that next?
No.
I didn't like it the first time that I did it, but
Yeah, it's definitely one that you have to have a group of people to play
Yeah.
with. I played it for a bit, and then I'm like, it's way more fun with like people.
If that's like Fall Guys, I don't think I'd ever play Fall Guys by myself, but with you guys, it's a blast.
Yeah, it's such a shit mess of a game. So much fun.
Yeah, that's great.
going out to anybody that has PS Plus. Download this immediately, even if you don't plan on playing it
Oh
now.
yeah, Fall Guys is a must-have if
it's
you
so
have
good.
PS Plus. There's no reason you shouldn't have it at this point. Like there's millions of people, like Seraphim said, they had to shut down the servers because there's too many people playing. So we're probably talking to no one right now, but yeah, but yeah, it's a really fun, stupid little game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun because it's stupid. It's like PlayStation's Mario Party.
I
it's
like
good.
those shows like Wipeout.
I hope they keep adding games to it. I hope they.
Yeah,
add
me
more
too.
games.
Me too.
I feel like how well it's doing, they're going to. Like it's just, it'll be a no-brainer because you can tell people are already spending money on skins and stuff. So I've seen people with fucking fucking suits on. I'm like, that wasn't free. you paid $19.99.
Yeah, well, see, my attitude changed about that. Actually, like, I love playing free games, but I'm also not afraid to spend a little bit of money in the game if I really enjoy it. So,
yeah.
and I mean, definitely some games I'm more likely to do that than others because some of them are super expensive for what you get. But that totally looked, for the amount of fun that I have if I spent $10 on it and played it with you guys, with other friends, with my family, with, you know, like my actually in real life friends and stuff like that. Like that to me is worth it. I get enough out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely don't
Smiles
have
the
any
whole
issue.
time. Except for today, I raged.
It
was still fun though. It was still fun. It was still fun.
Yeah, my problem with like microtransactions are if the game is full price. If you're taking $60 to $70 from me, and then you want a battle pass, and then you want microtransactions.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty.
Like it's like fucking yeah, Call of Duty is like trying to milk it so hard. I'm super worried that the next Call of Duty is gonna flop
Black Ops
pretty hard
5.
because they've got this. Because they have this free battle royale already. I promised myself I wasn't gonna buy the last one, and then they mentioned Warzone, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy it, and then they gave it for free, and I was like,
hey, to be fair, I had a ton of fun playing 2v2s with you guys.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
yeah,
That game
that
makes
was
me
good.
sick.
But I definitely wouldn't have bought it if Warzone
Yeah, I
wasn't.
feel that, but it was worth it
sure.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Okay, and I swear to God, take my soul, I am not buying the next Call of Duty.
I
no
like.
Mark
way
it
in
down.
hell.
Yeah,
Mark
I
it
like
down.
the fact that I was able to get my
Mark it down.
Car 98 to gold. You know, that was an achievement for me. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say that for me. If they release another Call of Duty, I'm gonna buy it because I just love shooters so fucking much.
Well, and the other thing about it though is that there's not a whole lot of games that we play that you can get a full 4 people or more on a team. But that one's an easy drop in, get sniped from across the map, get pissed about it, and then reload another one. Like it doesn't require any knowledge of the story. Anybody can drop in and out. It's easy for that.
Same thing with the multiplayer.
For that idea.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely the multiplayer. I know you can fit more than that, but that's what I like about the Warzone is it's a good time because you're playing with people that you know. I have no desire to play that if I'm not playing with you guys.
Man. Kendra, they had added a 12v12 search and destroy in the multiplayer list.
Oh, God.
There's also some cool stuff in there in the multiplayer playlist,
Yeah.
but the 12v12, I was like, damn, that's gotta be crazy.
Like horribly hard. Yeah, I definitely want to explore
Search
the
and
new
destroy.
update this week.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
haven't done that yet, but
Yeah. I played
What
one new
happened to
map. I played
Seraphim?
one new map. I'm sorry, he's here.
Hey.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
he's here.
Oh, there he
He's
is.
just listening.
Oh. I just have to
Well,
check. You're like a day
I'll-
ahead
yeah,
of us.
right, no.
If you're not
I'll
there,
ask
maybe the world ended.
Seraphim, what did you think of the new COD update and the stadium and stuff like that? I played with you the other day.
Yeah,
the
that's
first
awesome. It was pretty sick. I mean, it was pretty hectic. The second you jump out, there's like 2 rings. We're playing that one. What was that called?
The mini royale.
Mini
It was
royale.
much smaller.
That is sweet.
The mini
I
royale.
like
It
that.
sucks that it was only
So
3 players instead of 4.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to try it yet.
Hectic.
Call of Duty
Yeah,
Apex.
pretty much
you mean?
When I want to know when the train's gonna start moving and the tanks come out. That trailer was very misleading. I thought that was gonna be
They always
day
do that.
one.
They always mislead me.
I was all excited. I was like, choo choo, and I was like on the comment section,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
train.
No train.
No train.
No train. Just the stadium though. The stadium was fun.
My heart crack.
Yeah,
I
the
like
stadium
that you-
definitely is large, and there's a lot in there, and there's a parking garage underneath now. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot.
I like
There's
that you can go in from like both, so you can like land outside, go inside. Now like, that was
Mhm.
cool. I like that now.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hey guys, because we filmed this one so earlier, recorded it, I should say. Are we just gonna wait until we've played Hyperscape to do another podcast, or do you guys want to do another one on Sunday?
I would probably be willing to wait, because there's not going to be a lot between now
Yeah,
and
we
then.
can wait. I'm cool with waiting.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm just we're at 30.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shut it
Nice
down.
job.
Shut it down.
I'm cool. I'm cool with everything. Dude. We talked about everything.
We're coming.
That's
We're coming
it,
to
yeah.
the end. I just wanted to kind of schedule the next one. So we're all in agreement that there was a few gems
Yeah.
on State of Play. I like Tem. It seems like 3 of us like TemTem. That looks like a game that we'll probably play on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Maybe. What the gods? Oh,
Godfall.
I can't even remember the fucking name. Godfall.
I forgot too the first time.
Maybe Godfall.
Yeah, I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, TemTem.
And of course,
I
you know,
think it'll be okay.
Hitman and Vader. So Vader
about
comes out
Rust?
this month.
I want Rust to
I
come out
know.
so we can play that.
Yeah, where's
Well,
Rust?
I think that's the thing though, is like, remember whenever PS4 came out and there was like nothing for a while? I feel like that's the way that it is going to be again. So these are like, you know, they're made more acceptable by the fact that there's not many choices. So,
And
I'm still going to be
yeah,
playing some of them for sure,
There's stuff happening.
but I hope
Even,
for
like,
better.
I wish, like you said, Kendra, like we didn't see anything for Alvo. And the thing, but they did tweet out 6 hours ago saying there's a brand new trailer in the works and other exciting news coming soon. So they're just not ready yet. They're just not ready. They're just not ready.
Oh, yeah, well, and we don't want them to rush it either.
Don't
so.
rush it. I want this game
Oh, yeah.
to be so much fun.
Can't wait.
I want to shoot somebody and then respawn. I don't want to wait in another lobby for another, because like as much as I like Firewall, even Seraphim was saying, you know, the match can last like 30 seconds and it's over. You're back in the fucking lobby waiting.
And it takes so long
It takes
to
long.
get another
so
one sometimes.
Sometimes people leave. It takes a while till people come back. I want to play a game where it just respawn, and they're gonna have bots. So if there's nobody there'll be bots replacing us.
Yeah.
So it's I
Yeah,
can't, I just can't
yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
Okay.
End the stream. End this shit. Nah.
Otherwise, we'll just keep on. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. It helps us out quite a bit. And subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe to everybody here.
Don't do it.
But until next time, guys. Next time we talk, we will be talking about Hyperscape, because I think we're all
Yay.
going to jump to that. And I think it's 4 players, so that's going to be great. And we're probably going to play a little bit more of Fall Guys.
Oh, absolutely.
So make sure you check out some streams. We'll be doing that. Okay. Thank you,
Peace.
guys. Peace out.